Hello again, YouTube. Welcome to another video for my garden channel. I had been seeing a few videos online about making this sort of a thing, but I didn't see really one that had directions and stuff like that that was super helpful, so I kind of had to design my own. What this is it's like a miniature greenhouse frame that I made out of 1/2-inch PVC and some connectors. And I made it so that we can put wrap plastic around it, and we can set them in different sections depending on what we need to have grow out here during the winter time that has to, that will actually grow better under greenhouse conditions. So what I've done is I've built this frame, and what we do is we actually have a discount furniture mart that's in town, and they sell mattresses that are wrapped in these plastics that you see hanging all over the place here, and we just go up there and they give us the plastic for free, and it's pretty thick plastic, and all we need to do is we just lay it over these. We got some little plastic clips, or you can get even like metal clamps and clamp the plastic to this and lay them on there. And it makes like little miniature greenhouses. Now this is, it's not super heavy. It's easy to pick up and move, with one hand, even with the plastics on it. So it's easy for my wife to move it around because she's not a super big girl, but she's strong enough. And I wanted her to be able to move these around as she needs to put them on whatever, she's starting out here. And what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be showing you how I made it, and that way if anybody is interested they can make one for themselves. That'll be the easiest way. So the next parts of the video will be some design and parts lists and that kind of stuff. Okay, this is my schematic for my miniature greenhouse that I did just a quick drawing before I did it, because I like to kind of get everything out on paper before I try to build something to make sure it makes sense to me. And this is what I came up with. Some of the dimensions you may or may not be able to read, but I'm going to go over them in a little more detail. This is my basic parts list of what it took to build one, in case anybody needs to know those things. And let me show you what it is. This is what it takes to build it. Now I used 1/2-inch PVC. I used Schedule 40, so it's a little thicker wall. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be able to be protected from the weather for a while. For the pieces that you see here, I used 6 10-foot long pieces. So what this is going to detail is you're going to need 3 of them cut to 3-foot long sections, and these are for the bases, the base pieces, which are these bases. There's a brace one in the middle, and then the end piece here. Then you're going to have 4 sticks that you're going to cut up into 2-foot sections. So you're going to have 20 pieces of that. And those are for the uprights here and for the distances between all of the different sections here. So you're basically making a bunch of little pentagon shaped or house shaped little pieces and sticking them together, banding them together. The next pieces here are 1-foot sections, and there's 10 of these, and you're going to need 1 stick, 10-foot long stick. Cut it into 10 1-foot pieces, and these are for the lower sections of the uprights. And then of course I have these, which are actually 5 inches long. Now this this used to be the extra foot that was left over from the three foot long pieces, so that's part of the same sticks here. So far what I've used here is I've used 6 complete 10-foot long sticks to do this, and I need, if you have at your local home center like I do at mine, they sell pieces of PVC in 2-foot sections, so you'll need 2 additional 2-foot long sections, or you can buy a whole nother stick, which is what I did because I'm going to be building more than one of these. As you saw, I have one outside. This is a second one. I have a third one that I'm building as well. So it's just easier for me to buy the contractor packs of 10 packs of the PVC to get it at a cheaper rate. Okay, and that's what you got for all these, and these I'll explain in a minute as well. These are the connectors you're going to need. I've got these 3-way tees. They're at an angle, and these, you need 6 of those. They're actually going to be the top 2 ends and the 4 corners to hold it all together, to tie everything together. The next pieces that you're going to see on here are all of these, connecting the 2-foot long sections to the 1-foot long uprights here. And those are just 45-degree elbows, and those I have right here. So you're going to need 10 of those as well. And then on the main frames here for holding the uprights that aren't on the corners, I have just regular T's. So it's going to T, you have a 2-foot long section, then a T, then a 2-foot long section, and a T, and going across till the corners, and there's basically 4 sections that are going across. Now for all of the T's, I would only need 8, which you can see here, all 8 of these. But on the diagram it's only showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's because I added this cross beam in here. So what I did is I split this 2-foot long piece here into 2 pieces. Thus the 5-inch piece, and then I put it into a T, and then I put the 18-inch piece to complete the 2-foot long section in between here. I lay it flat so that I can actually use it to put a cross beam in, or the center brace for the frame, and that's how I got away with that. And then on the very top, to get these together, I needed a T, but I needed the ones with the 45s, and these are not available at the local home center. I had to actually order these online. They had a bag of 12 of them, fairly inexpensive, you know, the $15 or something, 15 to 20 bucks, something like that, and that'll let me build 4 of these units if I want to. And those are these ones here, and these are essential to make the frame work the way I wanted it to. So it was a good expense. And like I said, I glued the one fully together outside when I built it. I wanted to see how it was going to withstand the weather and stuff out there. So I built it and we put it out there. The next ones I may not completely glue together. I'll build sections together, like a 3-foot section, or 3 2-foot sections together, and then a 2-foot, or just a couple of 2-foots, so that I can actually make it smaller if I wanted to. Just take them apart and make it into, you know, like a 6-foot section instead of an 8. I can make it into a 6 or a 2-foot section, depending on how many things I have to cover in the garden. And again, just like I had mentioned earlier, we don't necessarily have to buy plastic for this. We just go to our local discount furniture place, and they've got the plastic bags that their mattresses come in, and they'll just give them to you for free. So there was really no cost involved in that. I may invest in like a big roll of plastic to use and see how long that plastic lasts or holds up against the plastic that we're getting for free, and see if it's cost effective that way. But to build one of these, it's roughly probably about $33 to build one without the plastic on it. So that would be the cost for it, and it ends up being 3 feet wide by a little over 8 feet long, give or take about 4 or 5 inches. So it's about 8.3, 8.4 when you get all of it glued together and measured out. Which for our particular garden, we can fit 3 of these. Will cover 1 complete row of half of our garden. So it's not a lot of space, but we normally during the winter time we're not growing a lot of items out there. But that's where we're at with this. Just wanted to share that with you, and hopefully that sheds some light on so a little bit of direction, and gives you guys some options and ideas on how you can do for yourself. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and let me know what you think. Talk to you later.